This is probably the most important HVAC video you'll see the entire year, and I'm going to earn your follow like crazy on this one. So, let me tell you, going January 1st of next year, they're going to cut production of 410A by 40%. You may or may not know that, but that isn't why you're going to hit the follow. The reason you're going to hit the follow is they cut it 10% this year. Did you know that? So they're going to have it about halfway cut going into next year, where they're going to start introducing new refrigerant units, R32 and R454B. Now, I'm sure some of you have seen that with R22 and 410A. When R22 was at about $60 a drum, it's currently sitting at probably $1,600, a 26x in less than 10 years from being phased out. There's people still using R22 right now. Got some of these older systems. Well, 410A is not going to have any alternative refrigerants. Nope, you'll just have to buy it. Well, the reason that it's so significant and why it's such an important video is because it almost seems like they're lobbying for this. Because let's say you got a brand new 10-year unit today, and you're thinking, I'm covered, I got a 10-year warranty. Well, come 6 to 8, 10 years from now, you have something go out, you're like, oh, I'm covered, I got that 10-year warranty. This thing ain't that old. Well, what's going to happen? You already know it. Think about it. They're going to say, yeah, we could give you another coil, but the refrigerant is, I don't know, 100, 200 a pound. You're not going to be able to afford the refrigerant and labor. They're going to tell you that, hey, yeah, the coil is free. Yeah. A $50 processing fee from the supply house, a $100 processing fee, and then you got to pay an outrageous amount for refrigerant. And by the way, that $1,600 a tank is the company cost. They mark that stuff up, man. They mark it up. Now, in a situation like that, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know this. I know as demand keeps getting higher for 410A, because there's still units out there using them and they're steadily cutting production, price is going to go up, and there's not an alternative. There's nothing. And the whole reason that they're doing this is for the global warming potential of 410A, which is the reason they introduced 410A in the first place. That was the whole reason to get away from R22. But it's going to make some people that have some money sitting off to the side, 401ks, stuff like that, that can go afford to buy a pallet or a couple pallets, or, maybe you got a shop out back, 6, 8, 10 years, people are out here making 26 times their money. I don't know. Maybe that's something that you should consider. But I'm also making this because I really don't appreciate manufacturers putting us in this situation, because in 6 years from now, I'm going to have to go tell someone that's got a 10-year warranty that, hey, look, yeah, I can get you another coil, and I'm sorry it's still covered, but the refrigerant on this thing is going to be astronomically expensive. And they're just going to be like, well, let me just get another unit. We know how the quality of stuff has just went downhill, and that's across all makes, models, brands, everything. It's only getting worse. And let me tell you something else. The new systems aren't getting cheaper either. The new systems are going to use a low flammability refrigerant, R32 or R454B, that has to have intrinsically sealed components like motors and contactors and everything. Those are more expensive parts. We had to have new training. We have to have new tools. Everything's only going to get more expensive. And guess what? People can't afford it now. People can't afford it now. What are they going to do in the future when a new system is 4 times what it's costing now, 2 times, even if it's just 1.5 times what it costs right now in your area? People's going to struggle to afford it. But, hey, situation as it is, the only thing I can say is stock up. The price is going to go up. It's going to go up higher than 12% a year on average. I can tell you that. So, there you go. Make your money, stock up on 410.